Do you guys think the pressures of being a first generation Nigerian couple led to all of this? Like, I was just thinking, I was watching Real Housewives of Potomac this week, and Wendy's mom was saying, Wendy's got the budget. I'm enjoying Wendy's money, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this was probably the worst week for that episode to come out. But it made me think, all this that they're going through currently, this alleged fraud thing, is it because of Wendy's mom, or like the Nigerian pressure that the pressure that Nigerian parents put on their children? Let's talk about it. So I was raised in the UK by Nigerian parents. So it's the culture in the UK and US is very different. However, there are some similarities. So I understand. I feel like I'm a good person to speak about this. Okay. First and foremost, Nigerians put education so high up. Like in my household, there was no discussion about going to university. Like it was never an option. You're going. You're going. Even when I was in university as well, I wasn't allowed to work. If I did work, it was only Christmas temp or summer holidays. My parents wanted me to focus on my studies, okay? Because they wanted me to just at least to get my undergrad degree. And even when I finished that, my parents were like, okay, so are you going to do your master's, whatever? And I was like, I didn't want to do, at the time, I was like, I didn't want to do a master's. But even my uncle was like, just, it's only 1 year now. I was like, just do masters. Just do masters. That is the culture of Nigerian parents, that like my parents' generation, the pressure they put on us. Education is the gateway to wealth, to success. They like to brag about it as well. That is why you've got a lot of Nigerians that are doctors, engineer, professors. They love titles. Nigeria is probably the only place I know that they lead with engineer, the person's name, like it's doctor. You'll see ENG dot and then the person's name. Like those types of jobs, I even forgot lawyer. Those types of jobs are what Nigerian people, they care about, and they put the pressure on the children. So we've got Wendy and Andy. Wendy is a doctor, not a medical doctor, but she's a doctor of political science. She's got 4 degrees. She even came on the show, 4 degrees. And everyone was like, oh, why is she talking about her 4 degrees? Because in our culture, education, your accolades, your degrees and all that stuff is what you lead with. Is what your parents brag about. Your job title is what you brag about. Is what they brag about when they're talking to their friends and their family members. Okay? That's the first thing. Eddie is a lawyer. Both of them are very stereotypical Nigerian first generation couple, okay? So I can only imagine the amount of debt that both of them are in, because to become a doctor of anything is a lot of money studying. And I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like in America university is more expensive because they've got this whole like uni funds and stuff like that they set up from when the child is young, the college tuition fund and all that stuff. And I feel like that's not really the culture here. Like we have loans. I know they have loans, but I feel there's a different culture with university in America compared to the UK. So I could just imagine Wendy and Eddie being in so much debt. They're not that much older than me. They're like maybe 6-7 years older than me. So I can just imagine with all the studying that they've done, they're probably in a lot of debt, student loan debt. Now, I'm not saying that is a reason that these allegations have come to pass, but I'm saying if maybe that is a reason why allegedly they did what they did. Then you've got the pressures of being on TV. So your Real Housewives. So first season, Wendy, we saw Wendy was leading with her education. Dr. Wendy, 4 degrees. Obviously, in this group of people, just like the WAGs, Angel, the WAGs thing, no one cares in this group. It didn't care. Next season, we see her mommy makeover, BBL, hair's always done, fashions is done. Can I just say, Wendy's been looking excelente, excelente this season, okay? But you see that she did shift in her presentation, you know, because she realized that's not going to work on this show. Like education, half of these women are housewives or they were born into money, married into money. My education doesn't mean anything here. So I need to adapt and, you know, turn into a bad bee. So that might also be, you know, because being a bad bee comes with a price tag, right? Where you live, the car you drive, the clothes you wear, the labels and stuff like that. So that might be another reason, okay? And Nigerian people, where would I say materialistic? Yeah, no, I will say that. There's, especially, I just feel like Nigerian people in general are very like showy, materialistic. But I feel like Nigerian Americans are more so that. I feel like there's like the culture in America is very, there's what is more flamboyant. I feel like there's more opportunity to be like really rich or appear to be really rich compared to the UK. Like you can have nice things and show them off in like the DMV area, in like the Texas areas. But here, if you have nice things, it's going to be stolen or you're going to be a target. So yeah, that could be an element. And lastly, Wendy's mum, yeah. Wendy's mum is chopping money. She gets an allowance from her children. Well, I know Wendy sends her what, 500, so I'm assuming the sister also sends her own half. She's obviously done, her appearance is obviously different to when we first met her. Okay, is giving Evelyn Braxton. Okay, she's wearing all these labels and all that stuff. You know, Wendy's got the budget. Wendy's got the budget. I'm enjoying your money. Or there's a culture in our culture where it's like we take care of our parents when they get to a certain age. You know, so obviously I'm thinking maybe that's another reason why. And I feel like Nigerian culture sometimes is quite toxic in terms of like keeping up with appearances and showing to people that don't even care. Well, no, when I say they care, but it's like these people don't care about you really. You know, all the people that you're going doing a one bear with and you're wearing gele and going to their party and stuff like that. When shit hits the fan, are these people are going to be there for you? You know, I bet Wendy and Eddie now are finding out who their real friends are. But it just, I don't know. I hope they don't go to prison. Wendy, this has been Wendy's best season. Eddie, if you can take the rap for everything, that would be very, very nice. We don't want jail time. Just pay, you know,